welcome to my channel once again. And if today is your first time, consider subscribing, and also don't forget to share the channel. Alright, so if you are interested in data analytics and programming, then this channel is the right channel for you. Without wasting my time, let's go straight into the classroom. Welcome back into the classroom once again. And today's data analytics class, we're going to talk about the following string functions which we can use to clean or transform our data. So first of all, we have the concat or concatenation function, which is used to combine two fields or two columns in a table. So first of all, let's select our table and see the output. Okay, so in this table you see that we have different columns for F name and L name, which is first name and last name, and we can use the select statement combined with concatenate or concat to combine these two columns. So I'll call F name followed by L name, then I'll give it an alias of, let's say, full name. Okay, then I have to tell SQL from which table that we are selecting from, which is the students table. Okay, let me run this code. This is what we have. So you see that it has combined the F name and L name column to give us the full name, but then there are no spaces in between the names, and to do that you will just introduce empty quotes, which will take care of that. Okay, very simple. So now we have spaces in between them. Right, the next thing that we will talk about is upper. So we can use the select upper. Upper is an SQL function that converts strings into capital letters. So let's say I want to convert the first name into capital letters as first name, first name from students table. Let me make this capital so that it becomes uniform. Okay, so let's see the output. Right, so you see that all the names, all the first names is transformed into capital letters. Okay, and the next thing, let's talk about lower. Lower is also used to convert all strings into small caps or small letters. So let me use the L name field and name it as last name. Okay, so when we run this code, this is the output that we get. You see that all the last names has been transformed into lower caps. Okay, now let's talk about trim. Trim is used to trim empty spaces in our records, but unfortunately we don't have any empty space in the records that we have. So let's see if we can use any normal string to do that. Okay, so empty space, name, let me run this and see the output as trim. Space trim. Okay,
Okay, so this is what we have, the letter name with an empty values. But before that, let me get rid of the trim and see the output. Okay, so you see that we have name with an empty space here. Now we will wrap it with the trim function. And you see that it has gotten rid of the empty space. So basically the trim function is used to remove empty spaces. We have the R trim, which is right trim, and L trim. So R trim trims empty spaces after text, that is at the right hand side. Then L trim spaces that precedes or at the left side of text. Very simple. Okay, so the next thing that I want us to talk about is the length or len. So len is used to count the number of strings. So let me count, select length f name as length from students, where f name is equal to Kwaku. So by this, what I mean is it should give me a count of the first name, which is equal to Kwaku. So it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically this is how you can count strings by using the len or the length. In some SQL systems, you use the full text, which is length, but in SQL, in Microsoft SQL, we use len. Okay, so now let's talk about substring. So substring in SQL is used to extract characters from a string or from a text. Okay, so now we will use Kwaku as an example, and to do that I'll write select substring, then I pass the parameter f name followed by the position. So the position that I want to start is 2. Then the length of letters that I want to extract is 3. So these are the parameters that it takes. So from students table, where f name is equal to Kwaku, so you have to provide a value for it. Let's see the output. Okay, so you see that it has extracted from the second position, which is the second position or the second character is W, and we told it to select only 3 characters, so WAK. So substring is used to extract characters from strings. Okay, so the next function that we'll talk about is the round function. So the round function is used to specify decimal places. So in this example we have before that, let me run only the number. so that we know the output. Okay, so this is the output, and we want to convert this to 2 decimal or we want to round it to 2 decimal places. So to do that, you introduce the round function, then you pass 2 parameters into it. That's the number and the number of decimal places that you want to round to. Okay, so when I executed this code, I had 25.570. So 7 is greater than 5, so it's added to 6 to make 7. Let me clean 7 and see the output now. Okay, so now we have 25.56. So basically these are some functions that you can use to clean or transform your data. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next lecture. If you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and also don't forget to share the channel for others to also benefit. Bye.